First Local. Supported by Maker North. 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes. Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants. Small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the chamber today.
Well, it's certainly been an interesting year. And like many of us, maybe you've been drinking more than usual and want to take a break. With Dry Feb, you can.
Why not challenge yourself to go dry in February to help raise funds for the Canadian Cancer Society?
Sign up for Dry Feb, and not only will you be helping people affected by cancer,
you can also reduce your risk of cancer.
Go as dry as you're willing to try this February. Sign up today. It's easier than you think.
Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
Have you been drinking more than usual?
Why not go dry this February? With Dry Feb, you'll
help people affected by cancer.
And you can also reduce your own risk.
Go as dry as you're willing to try. Sign up today. It's easier than you think.
It's Jake Moore, sports analyst, back in the On TV studios, letting you know that 705 Sports now has 2 shows a week. We still have the 705 Sports that airs every Friday at noon, but we've expanded to now have a show every Wednesday. 705 Sports Headlines will be a show that is much more condensed, that is very fast-paced, going over the main topics of the week in sports. 705 Sports on Fridays will still cover everything in sports in a full show format. This gives you a chance to really see what's going on in the sports world, whether you have a couple minutes or you got a half an hour. So make sure you join me, Dan Gray, on Fridays and multiple different guests every Wednesday, every Friday at noon, only on TV and Sioux Online's Facebook page.
Good morning and welcome to this Monday morning edition of First Local. It is Monday, February the 7th. A fairly mild day. Craig is not in today, so I will be, it'll be a whole lot of Heidi with some Jacob and some Mike, of course. You know, I was trying to chat with the weather models this morning. They apparently prefer Craig, but you know, Craig has sacrificed himself, obviously, so that we could have some milder weather. So yeah, so anyway, everything will be running as per usual. And I wanted to pick up where Craig and I left off last week, because as we recall last week, Erin O'Toole was ousted as the leader of the Conservative Party. We did bring you a clip of that worthy gentleman, you know, saying the most impactful thing that I've heard him say in the entire time that he's been, you know, speaking. But we also touched on, hello, Jacob.
Hello.
We also touched on, you know, what appears to be a fairly strong front runner in Pierre Poilievre, who is the Ottawa area MP. So busy weekend for him. Not only has he announced that he will officially be seeking leadership of the Conservative Party, I don't know if you saw this, but he also made an announcement via Twitter on Saturday evening that he's taking aim at the Prime Ministership. Is that the official, the Prime Ministership?
I think it's just as official as using Twitter as your official platform. So.
Well, hey, you know, you want to talk to the kids. That's where you got to go. The TikTok, the Twitter. And yeah, I'm going to show my age by putting the in front of both of those platforms. So we have a little clip of, you know, Pierre Poilievre's very exciting, well, for some maybe exciting. I find it exciting. Okay, let's go.
Governments have gotten big and bossy. They're spending more than at any time since World War II, so they control more of what you earn, and you control less. They caused inflation by borrowing and printing $500 billion, which has ballooned the assets of the billionaires, the debts of our children, and the cost of living of the working class. Over half of families now say they struggle just to feed themselves. And more 30-year-olds live in their parents' basements because they can't afford the now typical cost of a home, $800,000. Meanwhile, a small financial elite with access to all that printed money buy up real estate and rent out to a growing class of permanent tenants, people who may never be able to afford a home. And when people speak up, the powerful clamp down. They silence and slander anyone who dares dissent, including with laws censoring what you see and say online. Using COVID as a political opportunity, the Trudeau government has attacked small businesses, truckers, and other hardworking Canadians. They target law-abiding hunters and farmers while letting gangsters and gun smugglers run free. See, here's the problem. Trudeau thinks he's your boss. He's got it backwards. You are the boss. That's why I'm running for Prime Minister, to put you back in charge of your life. Together, we will make Canadians the freest people on earth.
Well, some very strong words from this individual, so it'll be interesting to see
It will
if
be.
he's able to follow up, right?
You know, and he's a pretty passionate guy in general. If you watch him and like arguing with the speaker and
Oh, yes.
whenever you'll see it, his stuff on, and he uses, you know, he uses social media pretty well. Like he uses his own hashtags and whatnot, which might be a way he's trying to reach a younger audience. Like you were saying, using the Twitter.
The Twitter. He tweets. You know, he is 42, born in Calgary. He's been MP for the Ottawa riding of Carleton since 2004, and actually held a number of cabinet positions under the then Prime Minister Stephen Harper. So, yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I mean, like they all start off strong, right? You know, with their platforms and everything. But to your point, you know, when he would go into debate, he had a need to get his questions answered, because what I have noticed, you know, when I bother myself to watch these discussions in Parliament, you know, somebody can ask a question, but the Speaker of the House doesn't always answer the question. Sometimes individuals will just default to kind of like, this is what we have done, this is what we have done, I won't answer your question, but Mr. Poilievre keeps coming back to the question. So it's interesting. It'll be something to watch.
Yeah, he's someone who definitely seems to really be pushing for things. So it'll be interesting to see how he does in this race. He was someone that I think we even both expected to almost be the interim leader right off the start when O'Toole stepped down. But it's interesting to see, too, that he's even already saying he wants to gun for the Prime Minister's spot. But if I don't let you get to news, I think our producers might be chasing after me. So,
you're right.
Yes.
Heidi, I'm going to let you get to news. I'll be back in a bit to let you know how those hounds did this weekend.
Okay. All right, Jacob.
Woof, woof.
Thank you. Thank you. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. All right. Okay. So some unscheduled vehicular contact over the weekend. Approximately 9:20 last night, for example, emergency services were dispatched to a collision in the northern part of the city. So upon arrival at the corner of 2nd Line and Great Northern Road, they did encounter a 3-vehicle collision, one vehicle on the boulevard near a hydro pole, another in the intersection. The third had managed to travel a short distance down 2nd Line. So paramedics were seen taking one person to hospital. The extent of the injuries in this moment are unknown. No word on the cause. The roads are extremely slippery. So again, you know, we put out those words of caution, aligning ourselves with the messaging from the police and the emergency response services team. Please do be careful. Allow extra time to stop. Allow extra distance to stop, because the snowpack certainly does create an extra layer of challenge in this moment. All right. Also, Sault Police over the weekend did put out a request to the public seeking assistance in locating a female who has gone missing. So this has to do with Nadine Schell, who is 33 years old. There she is there. She is described as 5'3", 150 pounds, white, brown eyes, medium build, light fair skin tone with wavy, black, medium length hair. No clothing description is known as to what she was wearing in the time that she did go missing. So if anybody knows of the whereabouts of Nadine, please contact the Sault Police Service at 705-949-6300. Okay. Saturday morning, shortly after 11 a.m., Sault Fire Services were alerted to a fire in the east end of the city. Upon arrival, crews from Pumper 3 were able to determine a second-floor apartment in the 100 block of Cambridge Place, which was the source of the alarm. Witnesses did tell Sault Online that the fire had shot into the hallway at one point. However, when crews arrived, there appeared to be no visible smoke or flame from the outside of the building. Crews did remain on the scene for over an hour, and Red Cross has been alerted to help anyone left homeless due to the blaze. We were alerted, Sault Online was alerted to the incident by the publicly accessible communication system of the Sault Fire Service. We want to thank the organization for the cooperation we receive in covering these public events. Okay, how are we doing? Another story. Okay, well, I'm gonna yoink us through some COVID numbers. Let's get that out of the way. By and large, the information that I have to report is still trending in a positive direction. Yesterday, Algoma Public Health did report 32 new cases. Active case count has dropped marginally by 1 to rest at 557 individuals, with 2 of those being earmarked as people who are from outside of the Algoma Public Health region. The number of hospitalized cases has decreased by 1, so coming to rest at 18, with 1 of those being a non-resident. We have resolved, after boosting that number by 33, we can count 3,470 cases as having been resolved. So of the 32 new cases, 28 are reported to be confirmed here in the Sault area. 1 is located in North Algoma, and there are 3 in Central and East Algoma, which means Elliott Lake and area has recorded no new numbers. Now, provincially speaking, the number of COVID-19 hospitalizations in Ontario did drop again on Sunday, so yesterday, to the lowest level since early January. So the province has indicated that 2,230 people are currently in hospital with COVID-19, and that number is down from 2,493 on Saturday and 2,634 on Friday. So many numbers. Okay, so this is the lowest number of hospitalizations reported by the province since January the 5th, And the reminder goes out that not all hospitals report COVID-19 data to the province on the weekend, meaning the number may boost slightly this weekend as they kind of incorporate all of the information received over the weekend. The number of people reported to be in intensive care has also dropped and now sits at 486. It is the first time that number has dropped below 500 in nearly a month. Yeah, that's really all I'm going to say about that. Now,
You get to be weather today.
I get to be weather. Excuse me. I have
Bless
allergies
you.
and they're on fire today, so no Rona in this girl. Robust, zesty health and allergies. Okay. Weather. So the 12-hour first. Okay, let's see if I can manage this. So today we are looking at clouds with a 60% chance of flurries. Should I do it as like a weather model? Wind becoming
Sure.
northwest 20 kilometers early this afternoon with a high -5, wind chill near -14, and a UV index of 1 or low. Now, if you are looking at your screen, you can see our fantastic graphics. We're looking at a low this morning of, again, -10. Chance for some flurries this afternoon with a little bit of sun, perhaps. I don't know. I think that graphic is kind of cheating because this is kind of covering all of its bases. All you had to do is add some rain, and then we've got it all. Anyway, -5 this afternoon, so, you know, a little bit warmer anyway. And this evening, a low of -15. So some cloud, and there will be some moon. Okay. There. Okay. Oh, now we're going to look across the province. So you can see Thunder Bay, kind of similarly warmer as we are here in the Soo, although Thunder Bay being Thunder Bay, you're still looking at -9. In Wawa, we've got -10, and Timmins coming in as the coldest at -12. Sudbury, -6. So there you go.
Here's your 3-day.
Oh, we're doing the 3-day as well.
Yes.
Okay. So that brings us into, okay, so Tuesday then, we're looking at mainly cloudy with winds up to 15 kilometers per hour, a high -4, wind chill -19 in the morning and -9 in the afternoon with the UV index 2 or low. Overnight, tomorrow night, we're looking at some snow and a low -6. On Wednesday, we will see periods of snow, okay? But look at that temperature, above freezing. So we've got 1 degree. In the evening,
done,
we'll
go
be
to
looking
commercial.
at clouds and a low -19. So, wow, that's quite a swing from, you know,
And
+1
going back to
to
you.
-19 overnight. Okay, well. Now we're going back to Heidi. Hi, here I am. Okay, so we're going to take a break now and hop over into the world of our sponsors. I want you to listen to the words of Maker North as they busily solve problems for our local community as well as our international partners. We will also have an opportunity to hear from the Chamber, encouraging everybody to love local, play local, eat local, do the things locally. Just don't dance right now. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Okay, so go fill your cup and come on back.
Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants. Small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer. by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the Chamber today. Good morning and welcome back. Hopefully you had a chance to grab a little bit more coffee. I want to talk to you about another fire that took place yesterday evening. So just prior to 9:30, Sault Fire Services responded to the second fire that they had to manage in the day. Crews were called for reports of a fire coming from a building in the downtown core. Upon arrival, fire could be seen coming from the back of a building in the 100 block of Gore Street. One person was taken to hospital. Their condition is currently unknown. Crews remained on scene for, some time. Gore Street and Manila Street were blocked as the response teams worked to contain that. Okay, now, speaking of containment, we did have some games over the weekend. The Hounds did play, so I want to know which team was contained. Were the Hounds contained, or did the Hounds contain, was it the Spitfire?
They played Sudbury and North Bay.
Yes, right?
Close.
That's what I said.
Well, unfortunately, this road trip for the Greyhounds didn't go exactly the way they were looking for. They only won 1 out of the 4 games on the road trip, but they did win last night. Yesterday afternoon in Sudbury, which was definitely their best game out of the road trip. The team really finally started to play better defensively. Their forwards were able to score a lot more, getting the 6-3 victory. That was the first game since Tanner Dickinson's been injured that the team actually looks back to normal. Rory Kearns also has retaken the lead for top goal scoring in the OHL with his 32nd goal of the season in that game. So very glad to see the Hounds have found their game again, because you know what, they've struggled on this road trip and they needed to fix it.
All right.
But they fixed it in their last game.
Good.
Unfortunately, they're not playing again until Friday because the Tuesday game was postponed against Sudbury. I'm not fully sure why it was postponed, but the game is postponed. So their next game will be Friday back at the GFL, where I don't know if you saw it, Heidi, but about people were lining up yesterday to get their tickets because 500 fans will be back again. Oh, hello, Heidi. Hello. 500 fans will be back again in the building, which is, you know what, honestly, just a great thing to see, because I know a lot of the Hounds fans, and they desperately want to get back in to cheer their home team.
Yeah.
And to my understanding, concessions will be open, since concessions are allowed to be open at sporting events and concerts.
Well, sure.
So I know some people have been wondering about that, because towards the end of it, they were closed.
Yep.
So they will be back. So let's hope the Greyhounds can fix what they were doing there, start playing the hockey they want to, and really just get back on track. So we'll see how that goes on Friday.
Oh, sure. Open the concessions. I mean, you can eat, you can drink, you just can't dance. And you know what's interesting is, because I know that you've been really kind of annoyed with the whole 500 cap.
Yes.
But if numbers continue with the way they're going in this positive trend of like descending numbers, Ontario may very well move into the next phase of the reopening on February 21st. So fingers crossed. We got 14 days to kind of continue in this direction.
Let's hope at least, right? 'Cause I mean, people really want to get back in.
Yeah.
And then they get back to 50% capacity in sporting events, which is, as you saw in my article, was where everyone else is at. So let's hope sports can get back there in the next couple weeks.
Well, on the 21st, if things continue, they will boost to 50% capacity.
Oh.
So there you go. All right. Okay, so Sault Fire Services was receiving international attention for a good reason this time. Our reporter Dan did he captures many fantastic photos. I have complimented him because he's really got a gift for kind of capturing the essence of a scene within the frame of his camera. However, one of his pictures has actually, and we've never shared it publicly, however, it's ended up being internationally recognized. So this had to do with, there's the shot, a fire that did occur on Albert Street West in late January 2021. And with the help of the public dispatch system, we were able to once again attend the blaze. So nearly 250 photos of firefighters were working to save the structure and stop the fire from spreading were taken. One was shared privately on, Dan shared it on his Twitter page. And the series ended up being sent to Command Light, which is a division of a fire truck manufacturing conglomerate called Super Vacuum Manufacturing out of Fort Collins, Colorado. They were impressed with the deployment of their lighting system and had asked for further copies of the moments around that photo. Then they had an idea. So ultimately, if you look in the lower left-hand corner of the display behind the boardroom table, you will see that picture. So well done, Dan. Nice shot, and nice that it's been recognized at the level that it has. So good, good, and good. All right. We're going to take another commercial break now, so I'm going to invite you to go fill your cup. When we come back, we're going to talk about Clean North Awards. We're going to talk about some factoids as well. You know, there's always social media, so come on back.
Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
École publique Éco des Rapides, a place where your child can learn, grow, and be happy. Discover why more and more families are choosing École publique Éco des Rapides for their child. Register your child January 17th to the 21st at epedr.cspgno.ca. Parce que je vois grand.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Morning. It is a relatively warm day so far, Monday, February the 7th. You know, we've talked about a lot of stuff. If you're just joining now, we talked about Pierre Poilievre, some very interesting news out of his world, you know, some collisions over the weekend, some fires, you know, and the COVID numbers trending in a really positive direction or continuing to trend in that direction. Something I intended to get to last week but could not get to last week. It is time to submit nominations for the Clean North Award. So this has to do with local people or businesses who can be seen as going the extra mile to help protect the environment in Sault Ste. Marie. So yeah, you are invited to consider nominating them. You can nominate yourself. Deadlines for nomination, March 14th. This is posted to our website with a nice tidy little hyperlink that'll take you right to the nomination forms. So nominees or applicants should be those who best exemplify service to help keep our local environment and community clean and green through local environmental action in 2021. So previous recipients, so if you've already won, you're not eligible. The award categories are, so elementary students can win $100, and this has to do with Sault Ste. Marie Algoma elementary students. Secondary students can win $200. Citizen category, $200, and that's eligible residents of the Sault and Algoma area, 18 and over. Businesses, and these awards are intended to promote local environmental success stories and initiatives, recognize environmental leaders within our community, provide financial support to environmental stewards, encourage young people to take an interest in environmental protection, improve awareness of ways to protect our local environment, inspire others to act to protect our land, air, and water. So, and if you didn't know, last year Clean North did give out 9 awards, 6 to individuals and 3 to businesses. Clean North, of course, being a grassroots organization run by volunteers and funded through memberships and donations. The goal is to promote environmental protection through reducing, reusing, and recycling residential and industrial waste. Sometimes the tongue is just too much. In Sault Ste. Marie and Algoma districts. So for more information, you can contact Clean North at info@cleannorth.org or call them at 705-945-1573. All right.
Wowzers.
I have 2 factoids, Mike.
Double wowzers.
Yeah. All right. Don't push me. Okay.
Push.
February 7th, 1969 then. The Who recorded Pinball Wizard. Excellent song. At Morgan Studios, London, England. The song is one of the band's most famous live songs, being played at almost every Who concert since its debut live performance on May 2nd, 1969.
Who needs that piece of paper?
I have it twice. It's okay. The track, which featured on their 1969 rock opera album Tommy, was released as a single in 1969 and reached number 4 on the UK charts and number 19 in the US. Okay? So that's factoid number 1. Number 2, February 7th, 2004. Queen's single, We Will Rock You, topped a poll of music fans to find the greatest rock anthem of all time. So the 1977 song beat the band's classic Bohemian Rhapsody into second place in a survey of 1,000 people carried out for the UCI cinema chain. The poll was carried out to mark the release of a new Jack Black comedy, School of Rock.
I gotta say though, does any song really top Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen though? Like that's one of my favorite songs.
Well,
of
were
all
you
time.
listening? Of course.
Okay,
I just gave that to you.
by that poll, but on the poll of myself, which is a 1-to-1, guaranteed 100% results, I would say Bohemian Rhapsody. We Will Rock You though, fantastic song.
Yes, definitely. You know, rock anthem.
True,
Yes.
it is definitely a rock anthem.
All right. Let's get over here into social media. People are chatting.
Hello?
It's Monday. It's a little slow.
Yeah.
Hello to you. Jim Whitty beating everybody to the punch with a GM. Well, GM to you, Jim Whitty. I hope that your day is good. Tracy Fay says, good morning to all. Good morning, Tracy Fay. Margaret McKegg says, good morning, all. Good morning, Margaret.
Morning.
Always nice to hear from you. Good morning from Team Jen Andrew from driver's seat. Have a safe week. Well, yes, Jen. Nice to hear from the two of you. Hope you have a nice week, a safe week. All right. Barbie Dow, my friend from back in Poplar Dale, says, good morning, all. Why won't this shift? Terry Wilson says, good Monday morning to everyone. Cautious optimism, maybe. Yes. So far, so good.
Once
all
we
right.
get more coffee, it would be even better.
Bradley E. Voice says, good morning. Good morning to you, Brad. I hope you have a great day. Kathy Ramsey, great morning. So she's off to a rip-roaring start. Good.
Best way to start your Monday with a great morning.
Woo, woo. Steve Childs says, good morning, all. Well, good morning to you, Steve Childs. No brain-breaking, just...
You know what? Maybe he's doing that to save my brain, because you can figure them out so easily, but then when I'm sitting in Master Control, usually I'm looking at the screen like, what?
Well, he gets me sometimes, though. Enika from over in the Netherlands says, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Yes, Enika. So happy that it's Monday.
I could go for that cookie.
Yes. Kathy Boren says, hey, good Monday morning, eh? Or no, good morning, Monday, eh? Yes, it is Monday, all over the place. Joseph Bertrand says, GMA. Well, GMA right back at you.
Good morning, all. I knew that one.
Terry Matthews says, good morning, Heidi and Craig. Well, no doubt Craig is watching from home.
I'm almost as good looking as Craig. So, I mean, like, you know what? I don't have that connection to the weather models like he does, but I try.
Yes. Kathy Boren, haha, best intro to weather ever, bless you. Well, I do try, and I still have the 7-day. Let's see if I can remember to pop it out now that it's me doing it. Okay. Judy O'Neill, good morning, Heidi and Craig. I hope you both have an awesome day. Well, yes, Judy, I hope that Craig gets well rested and is back tomorrow. Tony Mancuso.
Sick of me already?
Well, no, I'm never sick of anybody.
See
I
how
just,
it is.
People, you don't see how it is. Get out of here. All right. Tony Mancuso says, good morning, everyone. Have a great day and stay safe. Yes, Tony, you too,
You
out
as
there
well.
driving around.
Yeah,
doing
roads are
good
kind
work.
of iffy this morning.
They
so,
are.
I mean, take your time.
They are. Okay. Laura Liddy from high school. Hello, Laura. Nice to see you. Thank you for commenting. Good morning. Good morning to you. Steve Childs, at least I am not on 30-day Facebook jail. Rocking the horns. Yes. Yeah, because you've told me that you sometimes end up in that
Zuckerberg, he
that
gets you.
void. Yeah, I don't know.
So
like,
let's see if you can do that 7-day now.
well, I still have one more comment.
And would it be meta, J.O. now?
See, I don't see the comment here. I don't know why.
Well, it's because they're talking to me, Mike, not
Yeah,
you.
Mike.
I think you're so special, don't you?
Well, I think I'm kind of special. Yeah, sure.
Oh,
I
Craig's
do.
in there.
Yeah, Craig is in there, so that's why I got to get to it. Terry Matthews says, you too, Jacob, so he's including you. Thank you, Terry.
And I see you're a Leaf fan, Terry. I noticed your Leaf logo in there, so you're smart. Good man. They play tonight.
Yes, well, I will suspend comment. Craig Huckerby, good morning. I'll be back tomorrow. Yes. And then I will have both of the men. Both of the men. Fantastic. Okay, so
Aren't you
now...
in trouble?
Now I'm going to go into, well, I don't think I have a full 7 days here. Do you have like a 7-day graphic for me? I've got some days. Oh, fantastic.
Just do it off
Okay.
your screen.
Okay, so Tuesday then. Well, we've already done Tuesday and Wednesday. It's always been my challenge with this. Okay, so you can see what I've already talked about. Some sun tomorrow, some cloud. You know, -1 is your high. You've got -6 as the coldest as it's purported to get to be. Wednesday we'll have some snow, not as much sun, with a high of 2. So again, staying above
not bad.
freezing. That's all right. Swinging down to -15 in the overnight. Thursday, -8. So again, still not too bad. Like, I mean, I can see an overall trend. It seems to be warming, like Craig said that it would. Some of the overnight temperatures are looking a little frigid to me. So -21 on Thursday overnight, -14 on Friday overnight, Saturday -20, Sunday -18. So these are all overnight temperatures when everybody ought to be snug in their beds. And yeah, Monday, you know, Valentine's Day.
The day of love.
Well, sure. -4 as your high, -9 as your overnight low. So yeah, I mean, it seems to be trending in a more Heidi-friendly direction. So I approve that weather.
The weather models are like,
The weather
Heidi,
models.
the
Heidi,
weather's warming.
Valentine's Day is going to be steamy.
And remember, what's great about the day after Valentine's Day on Tuesday, that chocolate's 50% off the next day. So, remember
Yes,
that. That
yes.
is your frugal tip from Jacob for the day.
Frugal.
Frugal.
Yes.
That is, you know what, that is one of my new favorite words now, I'm not going to lie. Frugal.
That's right. Well, he's always telling me, you know, I can be cheap. No, you're not cheap. You don't call yourself cheap.
Ah, that's okay.
Frugal. Economical. Yes, yes. Anyway, Craig will be back tomorrow. You'll have all 3 of us buzzing in your face and your ear. And in the meantime, have a good
What
day.
are we, bees?
I'll talk to you tomorrow. Well, Mike, yes. So now we're over, but it's not my fault.
Now it's Mike's fault.
Now it's Mike's fault.
Mike.
All right. Have a great day,
See you
everybody. I'll
tomorrow,
talk to you
everyone.
tomorrow.
École publique Éco des Rapides, a place where your child can learn, grow, and be happy. Discover why more and more families are choosing École publique Éco des Rapides for their child. Register your child January 17th to the 21st at epedr.cspgno.ca parce que je vois grand.